Hey guys, what's up? This is 8-Bit Eric. Today we are going to review Star Wars Battlefront on the PlayStation 4. So Star Wars Battlefront, it's probably no secret how many things you've heard about this game since it's come out. The main factor being that there's just not enough meat in the bones of Battlefront. Why? Because there's no single player campaign. There's no real incentive to play this game by yourself. In fact, the shining gem of Star Wars Battlefront is its online multiplayer. That's it. Bare bones minimum, a game. The other factor, the fact that the season pass costs $70 for content that really hasn't even been clarified yet. What exactly are you going to be buying with the season pass? That's all understandable. I mean, I had my doubts and reservations about buying this game. However, after experiencing it with my friend, Edwin Ocasio, which we did a Let's Play together, I figured, why not give this game a chance? First and foremost, out of all of the Star Wars games I've ever played, this one is the most beautiful. This one makes you feel like you are in a Star Wars movie. You literally feel like you are one of the Rebel Alliance soldiers or one of the Imperial soldiers. It feels like you're in the movie. When you are in Hoth with its impressive visuals, okay, yeah, it's just snow, but I mean, it looks amazing. It is true to the movie, and then combined with the official soundtrack from the movie, it's just epic. Everything about this game visually and audioly, if that's the right word, audible, visually and sound, I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying. The visual and audio parts of this game are fantastic. It is grade A. Some of the best sound I've ever heard. Everything from the blasters firing to the lightsabers swooshing around with their ominous hum. So the only thing sound-wise that I probably would complain about is the voice acting. Apparently they didn't get any of the actual actors from the movie to play any of the voices. So James Earl Jones, you're not going to hear at all. You're not going to hear Mark Hamill. You're not going to hear Carrie Fisher. You're not going to hear Harrison Ford. I guess they really could not afford to get Harrison Ford. Cheap pun, right? So that's the one small detail that kind of irked me a little bit, but gameplay wise, I'm not gonna lie, the controls of Battlefront are very spot on. It is so easy to pick up and play this game and just start shooting people. And the overlay of the screen simplifies it all. It shows three little sections showing which buttons do what. Each character has unique abilities. For instance, some of them have a jetpack where you can fly across the screen. Some of them have special force abilities such as Luke and Vader, where Vader can choke people and Luke can kind of do a force push. And then of course Han and Leia have things such as shields and blasters that do extra, you know, I guess special power damage. And then of course Boba Fett is extremely overpowered and pretty cool as a character in this game. There is local co-op. You can play with a friend. Unfortunately, you cannot go online locally, if that makes any sense. Basically, if I had a friend right here with me and we are both playing multiplayer, we can't go online and play the kick-ass multiplayer battles where there's 40 people. That is awesome. Now 40, impressive number. It probably would be cool to see a little bit more, like maybe 100. But the fact that you can't access those battles with another person seems kind of backwards. I think there's lots of games out there such as Call of Duty where both of you could go online and play against other players. I would have liked to see that. For as bare minimum as this game is, I wish they could have at least put that available for people. Also, you can't do any of the aerial battles like, you know, playing as X-Wings and TIE Fighters locally. So that kind of is a downer. So what exactly do you get in this game? You get single player missions, not a campaign, but basically the same modes that you have in multiplayer, but by yourself. You can do computer controlled opponents, you can even have a partner with you, and you basically your objectives range from defeating all the enemies and gaining tokens to defeating the heroes or villains. You play heroes or villains mode where you can either control Luke, Han, Leia on one side or the Emperor, Vader, and Boba Fett on the other, and your mission ends when you do those. There's also cargo, which is a lot like capture the flag and other basic, I guess, first-person shooter multiplayer modes that I really won't get into detail because there's nothing really brand new that is presented in this game other than the fact that it's an FPS that has Star Wars characters in it. So it's nothing really new to write home about. I won't really go into detail on the different modes because if you've played one first-person shooter before, then you've played Battlefront. Other than the fact that you're playing with Star Wars characters, that's it really. This game does not really offer much new. Now, does that mean it is not fun? No. Unfortunately, maybe I have a little bit of Star Wars fanboy in me to where I'm looking at this game with some rose-tinted glasses, but I've had a lot of fun playing this game. I've spent hours at times just mindlessly playing, and sure, I wish that there was a little bit more. Sure, I wish there was a single-player campaign. Sure, I wish the DLC was not so expensive for God knows what, but there's new things coming out, such as the Battle of Jakku, which was free DLC, but with EA, a lot of this is infecting its products, and that kind of sucks. And it sucks that they've done something like this with Star Wars, because you could easily see them making another Battlefront game within the next year, and the year after that, and the year after that. So are they going to keep these games bare minimum, or is this going to be something that they're going to build off of? Is Battlefront 2 going to have everything that was good with this game, plus a single player campaign, or are we just never going to see single player campaigns? It remains to be seen. I know a lot of people will have a love-hate relationship with EA. I'm the same way. Battlefront, it could have done a lot better. To me, it's an average game. I think maybe a 6 or 7 out of 10, just because lack of single player campaign and also certain features that are missing from local multiplayer and not being able to both play online with your friend at the same time. So yeah, other than that, it's an average title. If you're a big Star Wars fan and you really don't care about things like single player campaigns, it's worth a look. If you're a first person shooter fan, I wouldn't recommend it because you're going to be disappointed. Me, I could care less. I just wanted this game to play with my friends on PlayStation Plus, but you know, to each his own. I didn't buy it brand new. I bought it used because I'll be damned if EA is going to get some of my money. And well guys, that is it for today's review. Thanks a lot for watching. This has been Star Wars Battlefront on the PS4. Also available on Xbox and all that other shit. Thanks for watching. Peace out.